So we're going to start by setting up the email system now. This happens on the My Accounts tab, where you should be able to see the domain name that you've registered when you set up with the server host. And just click the Go to cPanel button, and that takes you to the screen, the familiar screen now, with all these colourful icons on it. And scroll down to the email settings and click on email accounts. Now within here, if you've got multiple domains, then select the one that you're using and set up an email address. Now you can have as many email addresses as you want, so start with something like maybe info at your domain name, but you can even have your own name, etc., or customer service, whatever is appropriate for your situation. Enter some passwords, hit create account, and you'll get confirmation that the account has been created, and you'll be able to see it in the list at the bottom of the page right there. So that's your first email. Notice there's a few options over here. You can change the password, you can change the quota. It's currently set to 250 megs. And there's a more button, which has a couple of useful options on it. What we're going to do is look at the webmail access right now. And when you go here, you'll see that there's 3 webmail clients that you can use with the system. And we're going to have a quick look at these just so you can see what they look like. The first one is fairly basic, but it does allow you to set up some basic information. So I can put my name in there, my email address, of course. The reply to address, I would normally just copy the email address in for that one. And then we can have an email signature, which is something that appears automatically at the bottom of your outgoing emails. So that would be something like learn great stuff, by example, in the case of my website, and then just the web address. Of course, you can put anything you want in there, or leave it blank. It's entirely up to you. Of course, if you do set up a signature, you need to click the Use Signature button so it actually uses it. Now, as you can see, it's a very basic site. It's all hyperlinks, and so not a very exciting email client. The good thing about this is that you can select any one of the other email clients and just switch to it instantly. So here we've selected the next one in the list. And as you can see, it's a bit better looking. It's got a typical structure with some folders on the left-hand side. It has a menu along the top with various functionalities. But my personal favorite is the final one, Roundcube, which, as you can see, has got a much better design about it. Again, it's got the folder structure on the left-hand side, main email area right there in the middle, an address book. So, much like what you'd expect to see in an email client. We're going to do an email test and send an email from ourselves to ourselves, which is always a good way to find out if the email system is working. So we'll just put in a little bit of text, hit the send button, and it says it's sent, and there it appears in our inbox as we would expect. So that demonstrates that the email system is working just fine. So the next thing we're going to look at is how to configure the email client, because of course you might not want to use the online webmail, you might want to use a local client. And SiteGround provide an automated setup for any of the email clients that you might be using on any operating system. So I'm running on Mac OS X 10.8 Plus. So you just select the link for the one that's appropriate to you, click that, and it gives you the ability to download a setup file, which is going to set up your local email client. So let's just move that up a little bit. You can see that the file has been downloaded right there. So we can just click to open that file. And now we can see that it's asking us if we want to install the email setup. Yep, we do. This is the password that we created when we set up the email account earlier. So it's important to remember that. And then it just installs the email system for you. And if we switch to my local email client, and we can see that the email account has been set up and is already connected to the server and downloaded the email that we sent to ourselves. Very simple.